My beloved soul, today is the day everything can start to align in a way that transcends your understanding. I have been watching you in your walk, in your battles, in your prayers. I have seen your perseverance in the middle of a season of apparent stagnation, where you have felt as if you were pushing against an iron door, using all your strength just to stay in the same place. You look at your circumstances and see them as a puzzle with missing pieces, an equation without a solution, a stalemate, and your soul at times grows weary of this fight against the invisible, against the resistance you feel but cannot name. Today, I have come to announce that the dynamic has changed. I came to tell you that what you have been feeling was not just your personal struggle, it was the reflection of a battle in the celestial realms. And today, the tide of that battle has turned. What I am about to show you next can transform your walk. Because today, on this exact day of heaven's calendar, a new spiritual movement started in your favor. It is not a small breeze, it is a rushing wind of my spirit. It is not a small ripple, it is a wave of breakthrough. The forces that were withholding your blessing, that were blocking your advance, that were keeping your sky shut, have been undone by my sovereign authority. A decree was released from my throne. A new season was inaugurated over your life. And what you tried to do for months or years with your own effort now will be achieved in an accelerated time by the strength of this celestial movement that carries you. You are no longer pushing the rock, you are now being carried by the avalanche of my grace. Before continuing the message, write in the comments this statement of faith. God is working for my good in all situations. This is your act of positioning yourself in the current of this new movement, of raising the sails of your spirit to catch this new wind. Now, as the message continues, prepare yourself. Stagnation is over. The movement has started. My child, pay close attention to what comes next, as your mind needs to understand the nature of this movement so your heart can trust it. What is this spiritual movement? It is an intensification of my activity in response to your persistence. For a long time, you have prayed, fasted, sown, and believed. Each of those acts of faith was not lost. They were like wood being stacked on a great altar. You looked at the pile and saw no fire, and perhaps you felt discouraged, thinking your sacrifice was in vain. But what you did not see was that with every piece of wood you added, the pile became larger, higher, more prepared. And today, I, the Lord who answers with fire, have descended upon your altar. The spiritual movement that started is the fire of my spirit consuming your sacrifice and changing it into an overwhelming power. The time of preparation, of stacking the wood, was necessary. Without it, the fire would be small and go out quickly. But because of your long perseverance, the fire that now ignites will be a bonfire seen from afar, a conflagration of glory that will consume your enemies and light your path. This movement is also a response to justice. The enemy of your soul has been operating in your life illegally, stealing your peace, your health, your prosperity, based on lies and accusations that were already canceled on the cross. And in the court of heaven, I, the just judge, have heard your case, presented by your advocate, my son. And today, the gavel came down. A verdict was issued in your favor. The spiritual movement is the execution of this judicial sentence. It is the order being given to my celestial bailiffs to restore everything stolen from you with interest, to remove the intruder from your territory, and to re-establish you in your rightful position as an heir of the kingdom. There is something essential you need to grasp before continuing. This movement is not based on your merit, but on your position in Christ and my justice. You did not earn it. You simply persisted in faith until the court's time arrived. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments, I trust in the Lord. By doing this, you strengthen your faith and share hope with those who also need to sense my presence, to cry out. It is your declaration that you trust the judge and his just verdict. If this message touched your heart and you wish to support this mission, click Super Thanks and help spread words of light, encouragement, and inspiration to many lives. Your legal battle has ended. The time for the execution of the sentence has started. My precious soul. And how will you recognize this movement in your daily life? It will be evident in clear and unmistakable ways if you have eyes to see. The first sign will be a new ease. Where before there was struggle, resistance, and effort, you will begin to experience a stream of grace. The doors you had to force will start to open even before you knock. The people you had to convince will begin to agree with you for no apparent reason. The resources you had to chase will begin to come to you. Do not mistake this for luck. It is the wind of my spirit blowing in your sails. You will still have to navigate the boat, but you will no longer have to row against the tide. This ease is what I call the breakthrough anointing. The second sign will be an acceleration of time. Processes that would normally take years will be concluded in months. What you expected to reap in a decade, you will reap in this season. I am compressing time in your favor. I am redeeming the years of delay. You will feel as if your life is in fast forward. Do not be frightened by the speed, just adjust to it. I will give you the grace to keep up with my accelerated rhythm. What I am about to show you next can transform your life. The third sign will be an unprecedented clarity of direction. The confusion and uncertainty that paralyzed you will dissipate like the morning mist. You will know, with an inner certainty, what your next step is. My voice, which perhaps seemed distant, will become clear and precise. I will give you divine strategies, creative ideas, and solutions to problems that tormented you for years. Your mind will become a channel for my wisdom, and you will move with a confidence and precision that will surprise yourself and everyone around you. I, your God, am sending you a special sign. The sign you await so much is in this verse, Joel 2:25, which says, I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten, the great locust and the young locust, the other locusts and the locust swarm, my great army that I sent among you. Write in the comments, I receive this message and I am blessed. And send love and protection to the person you love, declaring that God's time of restoration has arrived for them. If this message touched your heart, show your support with a super thanks and help spread this message of light. And before we proceed, let me lead you to something I prepared to further strengthen your faith. If you feel you need inner healing, spiritual reconnection, purpose, and prosperity aligned with my heart, there is a 31-day walk waiting for you. Each day was created for me to speak to you more deeply. The link is in the description and the first pinned comment. Now, let's continue. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, do so now. This way you receive more messages of light. The season of loss has ended. The season of accelerated restoration has started. My blessed soul, this spiritual movement from heaven requires a response from your side on earth. You cannot remain in the same posture as before and expect to experience the fullness of the new. I call you to a change of inner position. Your first and most important response is to align your mouth with my movement. Stop talking about your life from your experience of stagnation. Stop describing yourself by your struggle, your past, and your limitations. Your old narrative is obsolete. Heaven's verdict has redefined you. Start talking about yourself and your life from the perspective of this new movement. Declare your victory. Prophesy your advancement. Speak about the ease, acceleration, and clarity as if they were already your palpable reality. Your words are your permission so that what has already been released in heaven can be shown fully on earth. Your mouth is the delivery address for the blessings in transit. The second response is to align your actions. Faith without works is dead. If you truly believe that a new movement has started, your actions must reflect that. Start preparing for the rain. If you have been praying for provision, start organizing your finances as someone who expects an influx. If you have been praying for a new purpose, start creating space in your schedule. If you have been praying for healing, start researching healthy habits. Your small actions of preparation are a powerful sign to heaven that you are taking my promise seriously. And the third response is to align your heart through forgiveness. Bitterness and resentment for the past are dead weights that will prevent you from being carried by the new wind. You cannot fly toward your future if you are still chained to your offenders from the past. Forgiveness is your act of cutting the anchor ropes. It is your declaration that you are ready to leave the port of your pain and sail into the ocean of your new season. Write in the comments a list of people, including yourself, whom you would like to forgive. Visualize each one, send them love, and say, I forgive you and release you. May peace be with you. Feel the lightness and freedom that forgiveness brings. Repeat this practice every day to strengthen your inner peace and release anxiety. By aligning your mouth, your actions, and your heart, you become an unobstructed channel, an active partner in the spiritual movement I initiated in your favor. My precious soul, it is important that you understand that this spiritual movement is not a one-time event, but the start of a new season, a new way of living. It is a promotion, and like every promotion, it comes with a new level of responsibility and opposition. Do not be surprised if, as you begin to move in this new stream of favor, opposition intensifies for a brief period. The enemy of your soul is furious. He lost his case in the celestial court, and now he will try to intimidate you so you do not take possession of your territory. He will try to create turbulence, cast doubts, and bring unexpected problems to convince you that the movement is not real. Do not fall into this trap. Your response to this opposition is not fear, but authority. Keep in mind the verdict. You are no longer fighting to obtain victory. You are now enforcing a victory that has already been won. You do not argue with a defeated invader. You expel him from your territory. Use the authority I gave you. Speak my word. Declare your legal right to peace, health, and prosperity. Your posture is no longer that of a victim, but of a ruler. And your new responsibility is that of stewardship. The blessings that will current into your life in this new season are not just for your consumption, they are for your management. I am entrusting you with more resources, more influence, and more favor so you can be a wider channel of my goodness on earth. Your prosperity is for the advancement of my kingdom. Your healing is so you can minister healing. Your restoration is so you can be an agent of reconciliation. Your heart, in this new season, should be focused not on what can I get, but on what can I give. There is something deep I want you to grasp. The size of your blessing is determined by the width of your distribution channel. By positioning yourself as a generous giver, you ensure that the current of my spiritual movement in your life never ceases. My child, this spiritual movement will radically transform your life, and you need to be prepared for the changes. The first change will be in your relationships. As you are lifted by this new wind, some of your old relationships, which were anchored in your former season of struggle, may not be able to keep up with you. People who were comfortable with your old version may feel intimidated or envious of your new version. There may be a natural distancing. Do not cling to them with guilt. Release them with love. And know that I am bringing into your life new relationships that align with your new level, a people who will celebrate you, not just tolerate you. The second change will be in your identity. You can no longer see yourself as the struggler or the survivor. That identity served you for a season, but now it is limiting. Your new identity is favored, blessed, victorious. Start seeing yourself through my eyes. Embrace your new identity. The way you see yourself will determine how others see you and how you move in the world. And the third change will be in your purpose. What you considered your life purpose may have only been the preparation for your true calling. This spiritual movement is propelling you into your true arena of influence. Be open to the new. Be willing to leave behind what was good to embrace what is excellent. Your true legacy, the work that will leave a mark on eternity, is about to begin. What I want you to start doing is detaching yourself from your old normal. It no longer exists. You are entering a new normal, a supernatural normal, where my grace is your strength, my favor is your environment, and my miracles are your daily expectation. Do not fear change. It is the proof that you are moving, and you are moving upward. Share this video with 2 people you love who need this message of hope and faith. Together, let's build a chain of love and mutual support together. Leave a comment with a prayer of faith and hope. A simple, "Lord, I embrace the changes your spiritual movement is bringing to my life," is a prayer that keeps you flexible and open in my hands. My precious soul. Your most important role in the middle of this spiritual movement is to remain in a place of gratitude and communion. Gratitude is what keeps you humble amid the favor. It reminds you that the source of all your blessing is me, and not your own skill. Start and end each day with a thankful heart. Be grateful not only for the large showings, but for the small signs of ease, acceleration, and clarity. A grateful heart is a heart that remains open to receive more, and communion is what keeps you connected to the source of the movement. The wind of my spirit is blowing, but you need to keep your sails raised to catch it. And your sails are your time with me. Do not allow the rush of your new season to steal you from your secret place. In fact, you will need it more than ever. It is in our time alone that I will give you the strategies for your new phase. It is there that I will replenish you when you feel tired. It is there that I will keep you anchored so that success does not divert you. Your intimacy with me is not a prerequisite for the movement. It is the purpose of it. I am not just interested in changing your circumstances. I am interested in having you closer to me. This spiritual movement is not just about what I am doing for you. It is about what I am doing with you. I am changing you into a friend, a partner, someone who knows my heart and who moves in sync with my spirit. This is the greatest blessing of all. Your final destination is not a place of success, but a place of union with me. And this movement that started today is just the current that is bringing you closer, deeper, to the center of my heart. My beloved soul, we have reached the end of our conversation. The announcement was made. The movement has started, and your life, from this day on, enters a new trajectory. You are no longer bound by the gravity of your old season. You were caught by an updraft of my spirit that is taking you to places you never dreamed of. What I ask of you now is to believe. Believe in this word. Believe in my unseen work. Believe in heaven's verdict in your favor. Your faith is your yes to this movement. It is what keeps you aboard the high-speed train of my grace. Ignore the voices of doubt. Ignore the apparent contradiction of circumstances that have not yet changed. Anchor your soul in my promise and start acting, speaking and living like the person who has already been reached by this movement. Your old story of struggle ended. Your new story of supernatural favor is just beginning to be written. And I promise that the next chapters will be the most exciting, the most surprising, and the most glorious you have ever lived. Heaven moved. And now, your life will never be the same. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments, "I am in the current of God's favor." Your words strengthen your faith and also light the way for others who need this light. Share your experiences in the comments. And before we close, I need to lead you to something I prepared especially for you. I have seen your search for inner healing, spiritual reconnection, a new purpose and prosperity that comes from my hands. None of this is by chance. When your heart cries out, I open pathways. That is why, through this channel, I have set before you a guided 31-day path, a process where daily I can speak more deeply to your spirit. This is not just an ebook. It is a road to restoration, alignment, and growth, created to strengthen your faith, renew your hope, and open doors you never imagined. If you feel this calling, access the link I have left in the description and also in the first pinned comment of this video. Begin this walk of healing, reconnection, purpose, and prosperity today. I will be with you on every page, guiding your steps and illuminating your way. If this message touched your heart, like this video and subscribe to the channel to continue receiving my word. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video.